Okay, and we're live.
Yay.
And of course, I started with the whole because I can't
I got the notification on time this time.
I can't internet correctly apparently.
I got the notification on time the moment we went live. That never happens.
See, my phone didn't notify me, so but it let me know about our stream. Lena did this morning, so hey, it works when it wants to. Whatever. Hi guys, we just started talking. I am Amber Craft. I am your host. We are on our Journey to Publications stream today where we are doing part 2 of self-publishing. So if you have any questions along the way for us, we will happily answer those. Just put them in the live chat box on the side. But with me, as usual, is my girl Jazz. Tell us a little bit about you.
Hello. Hello, my name is Jasmine. I write death, and I'm an alien.
Yeah,
I recently added that to my Twitter bio.
Yeah, I saw your Twitter a while ago. It says, I want to meet an alien.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you've
I've
met
been
me and I've
watching these
met you, so we're
podcasts,
good.
and they keep talking about aliens, and I'm like, I just want to meet an alien so bad.
So, there are different types of aliens. So,
Yes.
you want the I guess generic green little alien, or do you have a specific alien you want?
No, I don't want to meet an alien.
And I'm sorry, I'm gonna be playing with my eye a lot today. I don't know. I think I got sand in it last night or something and scratched it because it burns and hurts so bad. I feel like I've got something in it constantly.
That sounds painful.
Yeah, somebody decided to shake a broom out right when I was using another broom to put it into a dustpan last night, and I think it scratched me. Oh God. Yeah. So that is us. Thank you for joining us. Hi, Aphrodite, and we got Kellen Klein. Hi there. But yeah. So we have another 10 questions that we came up with. For
I think it's
myself.
16.
Well, 10 if we get to them. We have a few bonus ones because we usually.
I'm an overachiever.
Yeah, we really are. See, you came up with 16, and the thing we came up the other day, I only had 12. I think, unless I was just no, there were 16. There's page 2. I can do that. I have retards in my family. It's not offensive when they're in the family. It's still offensive. I'm just whatever. I need more sleep. Jesus Christ, I need more sleep. Oh shit. Yeah, 45 hours up and 4 hours sleep. Apparently, it's not enough sleep for me. What?
Why not Amber, you slacker?
I know, right? Normally it is, but I was an overachiever at work last night, and I ran circles around everyone. But hey, we got 60 tanks out, so I single-handedly cleared a line. No one knows what I'm talking about, but it's okay.
No, I don't, but I disagree.
I worked a lot. So I'm really tired. But hey, when do we sleep, right? I'll sleep tonight, maybe. Maybe not. Really? Let me see. So my daughter is sitting right here beside me, and she has us, even though I'm right here beside her.
Why?
I don't know.
Thanks for giving us the watch time.
I don't know. I'm just going with that. That's hilarious. She just turns her phone and says, "Look," and that's her with my name. Okay, so a weird random tangent there. So today, like I said, we have 10 to 15, 16 questions, depending on how far we get. And according to my daughter, you're awesome, and writing is awesome.
She loves me.
And I'm awesome. Hey, you're awesome. It's the awesome hour. All right. So the first question we have today is, if you could go back in time, what's the one thing that you would have changed with publishing your first book? I guess that's a me question only because you haven't published your first book, right?
But I do have something I'd change.
What?
Okay. I would sleep more because sleep is because late at night when I write really late, my words just get stupid and then it makes editing me mad. So I just not work on my book when I haven't slept in like 72 hours.
Yeah. But then you would have to have the ability to sleep more than an hour. Just saying. Because, like I said, I was up for 45 hours and I slept for 4. And then I need to sleep more, but I couldn't. I woke up and couldn't go back to sleep.
I might take melatonin one day. I bought that thing of melatonin and I've literally taken it like twice. And that bottle was like $15 just for me to take it twice.
Hey, note to self, you learned a lesson. Don't take it when you have a migraine on an empty stomach.
Yeah.
Apparently don't listen to me. Or make sure you eat before listening to me. Oh my god, what would I do? Other than the most obvious of not gone with that company? I think I would have. See, in my world, it's a lot different because to change what I would have done, computers would have had to be more advanced then.
That's true.
Because I would have done more online research. I did all the research I could based on what I had available to me. Because online publishing wasn't a thing yet that you could do on your own. So I went the only route I could. And I think honestly, given the time, since I'm not allowed to change anything, if I could go back and change real world something, I would have tried to learn to be okay and write it at my own pace instead of trying to write it and get it done and get it like a physical in hand thing to prove to someone I could do it.
Yeah.
Because that book, as much as I wanted to write it and I loved the story of it, was more of me proving something to someone than to myself. So that's kind of an introspective thing, but that's what I would have changed. I would have wrote the book more for me instead of as a look, I proved you I could do this type thing. So what tip would you have wished you knew when you started your whole journey? Which is for you just been a few years, but
Yeah. Mine would be to not listen to those charts that tell you you do this many weeks and you do this many weeks. Because I would like try to do that and it just didn't work for me. So I just wish I knew that like there wasn't like I knew that there wasn't a certain way you had to do it, but like I felt I needed to. So just to figure things out on my own and not try to do things the way other people do it.
yeah, and I agree with that. I think for some people those work, but you have to know your personality going into it and have
Right.
a certain degree of self-awareness of how you work versus what the chart says. I mean, it's okay to try something, but instead of trying to stick with it throughout the duration, if it doesn't work, move on.
Yeah, I knew it didn't work and just kept doing it.
Yeah. Um, I don't know that there's a tip I wish I knew, but I think there's a tip I wish I knew not to follow. I guess is the way to say that. Um, I think, how do I word this? the tip I wish I knew was that there are more than just the gatekeepers, even in self-publishing.
Mm-hmm.
I guess is the way. Because people say you can do anything you want in self-publishing, but then all my research then was like, no, even if you self-publish, it has to follow the traditional publishing guidelines like genre length and stuff like that. And so I tried to write within those guidelines. And so this book, although I wanted it to be my first book, I wanted it to be an adult. I was told it had to be geared more towards YA because of the genre. And I'm apparently not a middle grade or YA writer. That is very obvious once I'm rereading this book now. So it's definitely, as I'm retyping it and editing it, I'm like, wow, I really held back. So I don't know. I guess my tip would be to do you instead of trying to conform. Which you had somebody try to make you change your book, so you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Yeah, just always stay true to yourself. Like, you don't need to do what people tell you to do. You don't need to change your genre or change your whole book or anything about your book. Like, just, like, there's people who I see all the time on Twitter who say, I've queried like 200 plus agents and I can't get a deal. And then they're
Mm-hmm.
like, and then I like message them. I'm like, that's not like the only option, right? They're like, well, that's like the only socially acceptable option. Like, you don't, I feel like if you feel like your book is good, you've been querying it so much, just put it out there yourself.
Right.
Like, I don't understand why people sit, like, I understand some people, they just want to go traditional, but I don't understand why people will sit and wait like 1 to 3 years and just continue querying and like just don't consider another option.
Well, and like I originally was like, no, I've already done the self-publishing route. That didn't work. I got screwed over. Just not fucking doing it. And so I was only gonna go traditional. But oddly enough, I went to the writers conference in Denver 2 years ago, and I had a sit down interview query type thing with 4 different agents, and 3 of them loved it, but for one, it wasn't the genre that she represented. Um, she was looking for more like contemporary type stuff. But so 2 of them actually asked me to send them my work, and one never got back to me, but one said she loved it, but it wasn't because of the craze of vampires and stuff like that. It wasn't something that she thought was good for the time. So that gave me a little more confidence in, well, I could take this self-publishing if I wanted, and it would be perfectly fine. Versus
Right.
querying for 3 years or so, and hoping I get something. So, what's the 3 tips you'd give somebody starting off, though?
Be yourself, obviously. Which I think is a cliche thing for everybody, but it's honest. Take your time and push yourself, but don't be too hard on yourself. So, like, give yourself a deadline because, like, a lot of people, when they self publish, they have a deadline, but they don't stick to it because they know it can fluctuate.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, take your time, but be hard on yourself and don't just slack because you can.
Yeah, I think cliches are cliche because they're true, but they're said often. Like,
Right.
being yourself is a cliche or whatever, but obviously from experience, if you're not being yourself, you're not giving 100%. You're not being
Mm-hmm.
true to yourself. So, as cliche as it is, it's very, very true. Um, I think for me, even though I do agree and would give the same tips you've got, just to give different ones, I would think to add to the being yourself would be to write for yourself. Because like I said, a lot of people will write to whatever genre they're thinking or publisher they're thinking or thinking mass market and stuff like that. But when you're first starting out, you don't know your writing style, you don't know your writing process, you just need to write and discover what kind of writer you are. Because it's a lot different writing poems and going to full-length novels or short stories or even novellas and going to full-length novels. So I think that's a really good one. And from that, when you write and you learn how you write, you will also learn who you are as a writer. And yeah, like Aphrodite says, your authentic voice. And that'll allow you to more be yourself. And then the other two tips are easy. It's just don't take everything everyone says as gold just because they've done more than you already. And that not all advice will work for you because it's different. Like there are some YouTubers I agree with everything they say on a video, and then I'll disagree the next video. And there's some that I'll agree to aspects of, but not certain other aspects of,
Yeah.
So it's just...
See, with the thing about people who've been writing longer than you, I feel like you should take what they say into account, but don't think that's like what you have to do. Like if they don't give you if they give you a tip, like try it. Doesn't work for you, don't worry about it.
Yeah. Well, and 20 different people have 20 different ways of going about that. That's...
Yeah.
Yeah, like this part of this tip may work for you, and then somebody else's part of this tip might work for you, and you put them together, and the mashup works. And you could all be atypical personalities. I mean, it's just the difference of who you are, I guess. Yeah. Listen to what works and dismiss what doesn't. Yeah. Because in the end, you have to love what you write. If you don't love it, then A, it's just a job. B, it's not going to make you a lot of money, so it's going to be a bad job. And C, you're not going to want to do it anymore. So...
Yeah, you're going to get tired of it. You're going to get bored.
Yeah. So do you believe in only writing a book because it's a popular topic? Or...
No, I don't believe in popular topics. I think that's stupid. Like, there's always going to be people... I have no idea what's popular at this time because I don't really pay attention to that. But let's say there's like... let me look at my bookshelf. There's a whole bunch of death that's popular. There's always going to be people who are still going to want to read like romance and stuff. Like it's...
Yeah. See, I don't think there's necessarily a popular topic all the time. More so that every genre has its specific nuance, I guess you could say. Like, or its specific author, because horror, you got Stephen King. Fantasy, you got J K Rowling. For my fantasy, I've got Christine Behan and Gina Showalter, and just like every genre has its person, I guess you could say it. But then otherwise, popular topics just kind of arise with like what's going on in the world, I feel like.
Yeah.
So in theory, unless you wrote a book a month or a week or something like that, by the time you get through every hat you have to wear, I don't think it would be...
Yeah.
I don't think it would be... I mean, even if it was something that was still talked about, I don't think it would be as popular as like when you first started writing it.
Right.
And I kind of have to disagree with Aphrodite. She says she only writes what she wants to read. I agree and I don't agree. I write what I want to read but can't find out there.
Yeah.
That's how this series came along, because I was tired of reading the typical matchups in the genre I love. And so I wanted to throw it all on its head. So I wanna write. I write what I want to read and can't find. So.
Someone's trying to kill themselves on the road. They sound like they're going like 80 miles per hour, and the road is frozen.
Oh, lovely. Yeah, I was wondering, would you go up there the other day? I was like, she's probably skating on the ice right now. Yeah, it just warmed up here. So.
Oh no, it's not warm at all here. Like the ice. Wow, the ice. There's like ice on the road, and then the snow is like frozen. And people think I'm stupid when I'm say that, but snow,
Yeah, snow
like,
can freeze on top, yeah.
and people just look at me like I'm stupid. I'm like, what? It's frozen.
It's because most people don't think about you live on the coast, so you have the overspray from the ocean travels miles.
Yeah.
So that salt just hardens the snow. I have walked on top of like 2 foot of snow that had got covered in ice and did not fall through. Like the ice was
Right.
that thick on top of the snow. It can happen.
It does like that's how it is right now. Like you could walk in my yard and there'd be no footprints.
Yeah. Um and I didn't even see Dana was on first. Hi. Everybody started adding comments and I didn't even see your comment. Dana says, I think that it's true of any advice, but advice from successful people might have more weight. I have to agree with that to an extent, but we won't go into why. I think if you're like a big author and like you've proven multiple times, then yeah, I'm gonna take more weight. But at the same time, if they're not a newer writer, like Stephen King wrote when there was typewriters, so his ideology on some things are not gonna be current with today's thoughts as much as, to name someone we know, like Alexa Dunn, who's traditionally published, who, writes on computers and things like that. So, yes and no. It definitely lends more weight. But yeah, I agree with Kellen. If you get bored writing something, then mix it up. I have to mix it up. That's why I'm writing / editing 3 different books at one time. Technically 4,
See,
but 3
that's
of them
why I
are.
call what I write dead. Because like it's not always gonna be like the same. People are just gonna die, and a lot of people are just gonna die. Like they need to make a new genre just for me that's just called death. Because that's what I write.
Yeah. Yeah. See, and I've got, like I was saying in the chat I had with Alina this morning, I started writing Unknown Happiness, but then I got to where I was like, oh crap, I haven't read Unknown Revenge in like 10 years and it's been out for 14. And so now I've got to go back, and that was before I had my character Bible going on. And like, I don't remember what anybody looks like. So now I got to pull that book out. And I was like, oh crap, that means I have to retype it. And
And now
so,
you're in this huge mess. Not really a
yeah.
mess. You're busy.
Yeah. So now I'm busy because I've got all these ideas for Unknown Happiness, and I need to know what my characters look like or where I need to add what they look like. And so I'm like, not necessarily trying to rush through my edit of Unknown Revenge, but at least get it done enough that I can work on both at the same time. So that way I can edit one at work and then write one during streams. Because, I can't just work on one thing at a time.
You're just like,
Yeah, I know, right? Do you find it rude when people tell you that you'll be the next like big writer like Stephen King or J K Rowling just because you write the same genre?
yeah, I think that's so annoying. Okay, I put this question because it annoys me so much. Because every time, well, first of all, every time I tell somebody I write, They're like, oh, what do you write? Children's books? And I'm like, no, I write the opposite. I kill people. And they're like, oh, really? You don't want to write like something nice? And I'm like, no, I want to kill people. And they're like, oh, well, I hope you're like the next Stephen King. Remember me when you're famous and buy me a house. I just met you 2 seconds ago. What do you mean?
If I had money for every time somebody said, remember me when you're famous, I'd already be famous and rich.
Right.
Like, I'd already
be
that.
loaded.
Like, even if I just had $1, I'd already be set.
Mm-hmm.
You're like, it's not how that works.
I find it rude because a lot of people don't understand that it doesn't just happen overnight. Like my grandmother, every time I see her, she's like, that book isn't out yet. And I'm like, no, it takes a while to do everything.
Right.
And then she's like, well, when is it coming out? I know word. Coming out. And I was like, May 28th. And she's like, that's a long ways away. I'm like, well, I sleep 2 hours a night or like 1. What do you want me to do? Sleep none? Because I have time to just work more.
Yeah, I know. With me in overtime, the guys are like, so, do you get any sleep? I'm like, yeah, I got 4 hours. I got a lot of sleep. And they're like, wait, what'd you say? I got 4. They're like, that's not normal. I'm like, yeah, but I'm not normal.
That's a lot of sleep to us.
Yeah.
Like a lot.
So then, like, last night, for those of you who don't know, I usually have Friday off. I get off at either midnight on Thursday, or if I work overtime that night, I get off at 5:30 in the morning on Friday. So essentially, I have Friday night off, but I had to work, and I got mandatold to work, and so
mandatold.
that it's not voluntold because I didn't voluntarily let them tell me to do it, so it's mandatold. Yay, make your own words. We're writers, right? And so one of the guys was nice enough to bring in sodas, and I, like a crazy person, only brought in 3 or 4 like I normally do for work, not thinking I usually stay up for 24 hours and drink a soda an hour. So I thank God for his sodas. And they're like, you're going to fall over. You're going to fall asleep. I was like, no, I won't even get sleepy till it's like 3 a.m. They're like, wait, what?
Right. I don't get sleepy until like 6.
Yeah, I'm like, I do this every week. I stay up from 2 p.m. on Thursday, and I don't go to bed till like 3 a.m. Saturday morning. And they're like, you know that's not healthy, right? I'm like, well, tell my body that. It doesn't happen.
That's what my mom tells me all the time. Aphrodite said they're going to start calling your genre morbid Jasmine, and you're going to see these black jasmine plants representing it. And then Kellen said the best part of writing is killing people, and I agree.
See, I don't kill as many people as you do, but every book I have so far...
I killed somebody in the first sentence of my book.
Yeah, well, you talk about the fact that you just killed them.
Well, yeah.
That's something. You might want to... No, I like the way it starts this time. I wouldn't start with killing them. I like the way you did it. Yeah, I'm sitting here thinking, I think I only killed 2 people in Unknown Revenge.
Boo.
I'm not to that part yet. I gotta remember. But in Unknown Love, I killed technically 1 Danmox, so 1 alien, and 1 vampire. No, 2 vampires. So my killing spree is going up.
One day you'll be like me. We'll get you there someday. You know what? I will consider myself 1. Like, my life is just amazing. The day I get Alina to just even write a paragraph of horror. Just a paragraph.
Maybe she'll put like a paragraph of death in her owl investigations for you.
I just try to convert everybody over to death. I'm like, I love you and I want to buy your book, but can you kill like at least 1 person for me? Just 1.
Oh, yeah. See, Aphrodite's on the same boat as us. She only got 45 minutes sleep, so
45 minutes? Wow, Aphrodite.
If I sleep at all between the time I get home and the time I take her to school, like if I'm not feeling good, that's about what I get. And then I'm wide awake. But yeah.
Okay, this is how it works for me. If I only have less than an hour that I can sleep, sleeping is worse for me because then I get tired because I've slept.
What is your book about other than killing lots of people?
Oh no, don't ask me that.
How would you
Okay,
describe that?
so
That's
it's a
the best part
I
to
don't know.
me.
It's a family owns a bed and breakfast, and then the dad kills people behind the guest's back. That's like the sentence line I tell everybody because I don't know how else to explain it besides people die a lot.
It's essentially Dexter times 4, I feel like. Because this guy and his wife own a bed and breakfast with their family. And he handpicks who he wants to kill while he's trying to hide it from his family, while sometimes making it quite obvious that something's up.
Mhm.
Yeah. Like, it's definitely got a lot of killing in it, but it, like, I don't know, it's just done very well.
I try to have like a subtle backstory to it.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying, because interwoven with all the killing is, like,
A
he's
story.
just a normal dad taking his
Yeah.
kids to school and checking the
Mhm.
guests in, and then they have that. I've been trying to think of what you would call it. What would you call it when, like, every time a guest comes, when y'all have them say everything at the same time?
Deja vu.
No, not something happening over again, but when, like every time a guest comes, when they're like, "Welcome to the bed and breakfast," and they say it at the same time, like in sync,
Jinx, you owe me a soda. I don't know.
in sync, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
Um, it's got that, I don't know, creep, thrill, chill factor every time they say that. I just like get chill down my back. Like, I don't know. It kind of reminds me
He
of the.
acts so nice in the beginning, and then he just.
It kind of reminds me of, like, you know that commercial where the girl or the little boys, like, I don't know. It's a lot of cutie commercials with it, but like the two girls with the dolls that have the whole Stephen King factor in it.
Oh yeah.
Um,
Yeah, and then they're like
you
something
wanna
something said you can stay
play?
for what? Yeah.
And mom says you can stay the
Yeah,
night.
mom says you can stay the night. The girl's like,
and then the kid's peeling the
no,
cutie
I'm
in
good.
the car, and then the kid goes to the car and starts playing the cutie. She's like, drive.
Yeah, it
But
kind
I
of gives
tried to
me
make
that
sure
thought.
that like you knew he was the one that was killing, and like you could recognize how obvious he was being, but then like the rest of the family was like they had no idea.
Yeah.
Yeah. I almost said I don't know what word I said, but it was far from that.
Yeah. Kind of reminds me of, like, when people do kill each other and, like, or some guy goes on a killing spree for real, and the family's like, I'm so surprised. I never seen this coming. And you're like,
Mhm.
really?
If you paid attention, you would.
Really? I seen it
Like
coming.
he does stuff so like. Oh, okay. I'm gonna say this. All she had to do was walk into the shed,
Yeah.
go into the backyard, go into the woods. But no,
Go for
he
a
was
hike.
the one like taking care of that kind of stuff, so she didn't see it.
But I think it's with anything you're too close, you don't see it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
I
don't
tried to
know.
make it realistic.
It is. I mean, yeah, Dana, that's the only thing I know how to describe her book as. It's a lot of death interwoven into this Dexter homebody going about your daily life thing. And so it intertwines the story with all the killing. I mean, there's
Mhm.
not a chapter he doesn't kill at least, what, 2 people. So,
Yeah.
and then some people just randomly kill themselves around him. So it just happens. So
Aphrodite said I almost said psychological. Psychotic thriller.
Yeah, I was sitting there thinking, do I even know what that means? I know what a psychological
my book.
thriller is, but
Yeah, but I've never heard of a psychotic thriller, so I'm guessing it's just my book.
I'm gonna have to look that up and see if that's an actual thing. But I would say that is the epitome.
Yeah.
Like you need a genre specific
Because like,
for that for you.
he's like he's like mental.
Yeah. But yet he holds it together fine.
He holds himself together. And, oh my gosh, I'm getting so excited about my book. It's crazy. I've been wanting to read. Okay, my brain works faster than my mouth. Oh my gosh, this all started from like a 1 sentence Pinterest, almost a draft prompt. I have to find it and post it on Twitter one day. Because like it came to my mind. Like I read that and then it just started spinning and I had to write it down. My mom was like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "I need paper." I was like, "Don't talk to me. I'll lose this thought."
Do you ever like grab somebody's receipt and just start writing on the back of it because you got like a random idea and that's the only paper around?
Yeah. I also try to get like at our Dollar Tree we have like 3 packs of mini composition notebooks. I try to get those and like mini pens to like I always try to keep like a purse or something, but just to keep in my pocket or something.
Yeah.
Just so I always have something.
Yeah. Yeah, after I just reminded me, I've got to get Shattered. I got to get it. I got paid yesterday. Whatever.
Dana said, "Right on." I can't wait. You know what? Wait till I get my job. I'm getting you that shirt for Christmas. My aunt makes shirts. I'm gonna be like, "Do you love me?" She's gonna be like, "What do you want?" Like, I need you to make this shirt.
Make Dana a right-on shirt, and we'll make Lena. It's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine.
It's fine.
Shirt. Now, do you find it rude when you tell somebody that you're writing a book and they say that they either want to write a book or have written a book, and so anybody can do it, so it's not that hard?
Yes.
Kira's like, oh my god,
it just
yes.
makes me want. It just makes me want to, because if you've been wanting to do it and it's so easy, you can do it. Do it. You sleep for 2 hours a night. See how sane you'll be. This is how I got Alien. Because everybody tells me I can't be human. That I function on 0 sleep. Like, I can't be a human. So I was like, okay, I don't want to be associated with you humans anyway. I'll be an alien.
Right? We're a higher form. We don't need sleep.
Right.
Okay.
But
now
it's so annoying.
Yeah, that's what I meant, Aphrodite. Sorry. I have your Amazon page tabbed along with 4 others that I have to buy today. So yeah.
Oh, fun.
Forgives my dude, Aphrodite's right. I'm just gonna coin words from now on. Forgives my
Aphrodite, remind me to send you my address. I can send you mine. She insisted on sending me a copy, by the way. I told her not to, but she said she will. She bullied me.
But no, to answer that question, for those of you who don't know, my daughter is a writer also. And
Kira, if you don't peek your head in, this is the perfect moment.
Yeah. So I want you to answer this question. Okay. So like I said, the question was, do you find it rude when somebody tells you, when you tell somebody you're writing a book and they say that they either want to write a book or they have and that anybody can do it? It's so easy. So, has it happened to you? What do people say? Okay, what do you say?
Like, usually, like, people, like, I'll just be sitting next to them and I'll be writing and they'll be like, "Hey, what are you writing?" And I'm like, "Oh, I write a story." They're like, "Oh yeah, I've written stories too." And I was like, "Yeah, but mine's like really long." And they're like, "Yeah, one time I wrote like a 2-page story." And I was like, "Yep, mine's a little longer than that though." And then they're like, "Yeah, I know, it's." They're like, "It's so easy," and I'm like, "Yep, so easy."
The easy. Oh my gosh, I've seen this quote on Pinterest. Pinterest is where I find everything, and it's like writing is like riding a bike, but the bike is on fire and everything's on fire and it's not easy.
Sorry.
What? What?
Okay, I've seen this quote on Pinterest, and it says, "Writing is like riding a bike, except for the bike is on fire and everything's on fire and it's not easy at all."
Oh, I think I've seen that one. Not on Pinterest, but I've seen that quote before.
That's totally like writing.
Yeah, so right. Yeah, I had my heart doctor of all people. Like, you would think this is a really smart man. And I think I've said this before. Tell me when he found out I was an author, was like, "Yeah, I've been thinking about writing a book for years. I just haven't found the time." And I'm like,
You think I have the time? I sacrifice my sleep. In November, I see, literally okay, I'm 14 if you didn't know, so I live with my mom. So our rooms are not that far from each other. And in November, I'd be like, "Mom, I love you, but I'm eating in my room and I'm writing, or I got a blah 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 to do, and I'll see." Like literally at the end of September, she just like I spend the most time with her, and then November 1st, she's like, "See you in December." Like you sacrifice things.
yeah, that's kind of the way this month is for me. Because I told my mom, I was like, every Saturday, just don't plan on me being anywhere but my room. I've got streams. I've got the book coming out. I've got interviews. I'm a little busy. I'm a little busy. No sleep.
Okay, Kellen said anyone can write, not just anyone can write something.
This is true.
Yeah.
And thanks to self-publishing, anybody can publish. They just can't always publish something worth anything.
Yeah.
Right.
And then
I know 2 people at McDonald's where I used to work that said they published something, and I actually looked their stuff up, and it's, no offense to them, but crap. Like, they were wondering why they didn't sell, and I had to give them pointers. So.
Oh, don't you hate when people are like, "Can you give me pointers?" And then you like, they're your friends, and you want to be nice, but then you're also like, "But I want to tell you the truth that your book sucks."
Right.
But then
see, okay, I always tell my friend, "You're gonna hurt
say it
my
nicely,
feelings."
they get pissed off.
Yeah, then they're like, "Well, that wasn't nice." Well, you wanted constructive criticism, so if you couldn't take it, why'd you ask for it?
Yeah.
Right. I think it hurts people more if you lie to them about it, because if you gas them up and tell them it's amazing, and then it's really terrible, you're hurting them in the end.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, of course, you always want to give it constructively and be nice about it, but like, there are 2 types of people. There are people that say they want your advice and respect your opinion and take it seriously, just like with us, with other author tubers or writers. And there are some that are like, "You don't know what you're talking about." Really?
Had both of those experiences. I bet you're watching too. You know who you are.
Yeah. It's like, you came to me because you wanted my expert opinion.
But I know nothing, right?
So how do I know nothing? You can't have it both ways.
Right. I know nothing, but then when you feel like it, I know everything. So make up your mind.
Yeah. Your question 7 confused me. Share a big part of your research.
I don't even have mine pulled up again. I forgot.
No,
sometimes I forget we're live.
But that's question 7.
I know. Question 7 is confusing to me.
Oh, share a big part of your research that...
Share a big part of your research that you think everyone who is self-publishing should know.
What do you mean by a big part of your research?
Like, the thing that helped you the most during your research.
Oh, okay. Well, no, it was the big part that like confused me. I was like, research is research. There's a lot of research.
I did this.
What's the big part?
No, I didn't do this before. I think I might have done this when I was kind of delusional. I don't know. I got questions down, people.
Let's say what we do is we compile thoughts and ideas, and Jazz turns them into questions while I'm doing my one of 4 or 5, 12 mandatory days. So, yeah. That she lovingly takes that off my plate.
Mandatory days.
I'm telling you, dude.
You just put that into all
mandatory. Isn't that what you said earlier? Mandatory.
I did not say mandatory.
Oh, well, what did you say earlier?
I think I said mandatory, but
Yeah,
I
you
say
didn't say
mandatory.
mandatory. Because I was like, wait, is that what she actually said, or am I just like delusional and thinking she said?
What? When I got voluntold?
Yeah, that.
Or Amanda?
Voluntold. I was like, wait, am I just hearing things, or was like that? Did she actually say that?
No, I said I don't call it voluntold anymore
Oh.
because I'd have to volunteer instead of being told.
Oh yeah. I get
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, well, people would just be like, "Don't you wanna?" And I'm like, I don't have a choice, do I?
Yeah, like when people ask you, "Hey, do you want to do this?" and you're just thinking, "I don't really have a choice," but yeah, sure.
Yeah, it's like they're like, well, you won't get mandatory as long as you volunteer. So I volunteered, but I apparently wrote my name in the wrong spot. I wrote it where I was going to be working, not the value stream I'm in, and they apparently can't read down the page and realize that it adds up. So yeah, I got mandatold on top of my voluntary.
I hate having tiny ears because nothing stays.
Nice.
I don't know that I have research that like help me in self-publishing. Like one big thing. I read a lot of self-publishing help books or whatever, and I need to do another video on that as soon as we get moved because I packed 2 or 3 new ones that I haven't even read, and then I've got 2 or 3 that I'm reading right now.
I thought you said you weren't gonna pack them. I thought, but then didn't you end up packing them on accident?
Yeah, I ended up packing the like 3 that I had bought that week accidentally.
Because it was like
because we were trying to move stuff around
and we were
everything.
rushing so much, we just started throwing things into boxes. So.
Yeah. So I need to redo that, but I think just a lot of any self-publishing help really is good. I don't know. What do you have?
I say mine would be like all of the free resources I found during researching. Because I just read like a whole lot of like self-publishers blogs and stuff where they like listed everything they used, and I kind of picked apart those and found what I liked. So I recommend doing like just reading everything you can and picking it apart and finding what works for you. Like just read all you can. It counts as reading too.
I will say a lot of times if you go onto a self-publisher's or something to do with writing related stuff like writerslife.org or Nick Stephenson, like there's a lot of people that have free ebooks about self-publishing if you sign up for their newsletters. So a couple times I have gotten the ebook, read the ebook, took what I needed from it, and then canceled the newsletter if it wasn't something that I wanted. So it's a way to do it if you don't have a lot of time to read their emails, but you want the book.
Another thing I recommend is just going onto Amazon and just look up self-publishing, and then go to the thing and hit price lowest to highest, and then all the free books will come up first.
Yeah. No, yeah, Dan saying she would never be mean about telling somebody their work is crap. And that's, yeah, I never would either. To kind of give you an idea of what I'm talking about, I had a guy that wants to create a photo business and try to be an entrepreneur. And he had this idea of a story, and it was like the idea was half written out, and it was actually a good idea of a story, but he was already thinking movie rights. And I'm like, first off, slow down. Second off, it's going to take a lot of work. It's got good bones, but you need descriptions and details. And
yeah, I think that's the nicest way to tell someone is that it has good bones.
Yeah, it did. I mean, it was a story that his grandmother told him when he was younger. So like, A, you don't want to step on that memory, and B, you remember things a lot differently as an adult than as a kid. So I was like, do your research about the people that you're talking about the, the story she tells you and stuff. And then come back at me and we'll discuss it some more. And he
Mhm.
just totally thought I was ripping him apart. And I was like, no, it's good. I'm willing to work with you. Like, I'm willing
Right,
to
it just needs work.
Yeah, like I can't take a email and turn it into a 20-page children's book. I can't. It's not my story to write.
Dana said, the melatonin shouldn't have affected your migraine. Where did it come from? My wisdom teeth, they were supposed to get taken off the 29th. Doctor died or something. I don't know what the heck happened to him.
Died.
And my wisdom teeth are still in my mouth, and they're giving me migraines. I also have a really high tolerance with pills. The sequel doesn't work. Melatonin doesn't give me hallucinations, but what happened was, I had an 8, and then I took the melatonin on an empty stomach, and then I was up all night throwing up. So yeah. But melatonin normally works, but I just had an 8, I forgot to eat. So
I made her take it, but she forgot the you should eat part. So
you didn't tell me that part, Mom.
Well, yeah, I would think that would be common sense, but we are writers. We do forget
Do I
the most
have
basic
common
things.
sense?
We do forget the most
I
basic.
almost said common sleep. That's how much I need sleep.
Common sense doesn't sleep in. This is true.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
It's killing my eardrum.
What's that?
It's
only on 25.
25 what?
Oh, she told me the headset was too loud, and I was like, it's only on 25.
I asked her if she could turn it down because it felt like somebody was right next to my eardrum, just screaming.
Do you want me to scream in your ear?
No, I'm good.
I'm okay with that.
I do that to Kira all the time. She'd be like, "Ow, you're loud," and I'll be like,
"Oh, really? You think I'm loud? How about this?"
Yep. So on the opposite part of things that they should know, what's a part of your research you found that nobody should listen to? Totally avoid.
That it should take you X amount of time to finish your book. It could take you 25 years and it wouldn't matter. You just need your best work. It doesn't matter if you get it done in 2 days, which if you can do that, round of applause to you, you are amazing. Or 25 years. It's worth publishing if it's good.
Yeah.
Jinx.
My favorite author I found out last month writes a book. He writes 5 books a year, so that ends up to being 2.5 months a book. And these are
God.
Yeah.
How? Do you sleep?
I don't know. I'm gonna get on Kindle and copy and see exactly how many words. But she's contracted for 125 plus at the end. 125,000 plus. So that's a lot of words in 2.5 months. I'm gonna average that out and see how many that is because that's insane.
That's not even taking bathroom breaks.
But that's her full-time job, so
It's not even taking bathroom breaks.
She just writes it and hands it off to the next person to edit. She doesn't have to do the 5 different hats we have. So
we have 82. What are you talking about?
The 5?
I was being nice. I don't feel like counting every hat we have to wear.
Wait, hat.
That's why I said 85. Whatever I said.
You said 82.
Yes, we know I have more than 5 hats. If that's what you meant.
Or yeah, that's what I thought you were talking
I have a hat
about.
collection.
I was like, wait, what? Yeah, she has a mount, if you were to stack it up.
Hats and purses are my downfall.
Oh my god, she tried to her purse addiction was getting so bad. Literally, it was taking up half her closet. It was getting scary.
Oh my gosh. I own 2 purses. I own a huge purse and then a everyday purse.
I own
I only have
4.
2 purses that aren't packed, and I was told I could only bring
That
one
aren't
box.
packed.
Yeah, I was told I could only bring 1 box of purses.
But she had
So
to get rid of.
You should just give me the rest. Just ship them to me. You have my address. Just here you go, Jasmine.
I'll just,
But what
save
if you
them for
put?
you. But they're for Jazz when she moves up there with us.
You said you put it in a garbage bag. You said put it in one box. Here's a bag too, but it's a bag, not a box.
Well, to be fair, it was the big box that we put the cups in, the 32-ounce cups at McDonald's. So big box.
You made me think you got rid of some. Jeez.
I did get rid of some.
You did get some?
Yep.
You got some?
Yep. No, I didn't get some.
Maybe. So.
All right, Aphrodite's leaving us.
Bye for
Bye. I almost said boy. I know word.
Boy. Yes and no, Dana. I've had a rejection email that just told me they weren't interested at the time, and then I've actually had one tell me, that she told me, it was vampires and it was just the market was oversaturated at the time. So
yeah, that was like every.
I've never actually gotten a physical letter to know, but yeah. So they were interested in the book, but it wasn't the time.
I don't know how this happened to me because, again, I know people who have sent out like 1,000 queries. But I was just sitting at my grandmother's house one day and I was like, I should query this. This was like forever ago because I definitely don't want to do traditional publishing now. This is back when I felt that was the only option. And I just sat and queried. And I queried like 2 people, I think. And the first one answered me. They loved it and they like called me the next day. And then they tried to change my whole book. And then I got unmotivated for that book. So the idea I had for that book is the second book I'm going to publish. Like that idea was going to be my first book, but I just got so unmotivated I came up with another idea and started working on that. So I still do want to write that book, so I'm just going to make it my second book.
Yeah. See, and I think, getting back to her question, because I don't think I answered it, but I don't think that anybody should listen to the advice of just write, even if you don't feel like it. Just write, even if it's shit, even if you have to delete it later.
And that's like a waste
of time. You're wasting your time.
You've wasted time. Now, if you're doing like a small prompt or something to give yourself ideas, that's different. But if you're writing a full-length novel and you're just trying to put words to paper every day, your heart's not in it. Your mind's not in it.
And you might write something you already wrote 4 times and didn't know.
Yeah, so it's the same as if when we're tired, we either rewrite stuff or we type a tangent out and go off plot, or
you make 4 documents that are all named edit number 4, written in different ways.
That too. Did you ever get that fixed?
That was the most stress. They were all in different levels of being edited, and it was stressful. And now Google Docs, people, if you're listening to this, they told me they needed 280 characters to explain my problem. I tweeted at them, and then they answered me and asked me to tell them more about my problem, or asked if I was in suggestions mode or something, and I literally just answered back, I'm in suggestions mode. They said, ooh, we need a 280 character response. What else am I supposed to write? Blah 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 blah. I'm in suggestion mode. Blah 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 blah.
Question mark.
Maybe.
But so for the question.
But so for
Okay, Dana, type what happened because we probably won't. Sorry, what?
Okay, so for the question, there was like a point in my writing career when I just started. I literally didn't feel like writing for like what? Remember when I was writing those stories on paper? Anyway, for like a year, I stopped writing, and then I picked up on another book because,
You telling me you're writing the trapdoor during camp?
Yeah, but I was like the actual first book I wrote.
Oh, your short story?
Yeah, because I was writing a bunch of short stories to get like writing down. I don't know. Anyway, and
she was practicing her writing to see what kind of style she had.
And then after a year and a half, I just
quit writing.
I just quit writing. I didn't feel like writing. I was like, there's no point in writing if I'm not going to write an actual story I'm going to stick to. And I was writing short stories, so there was really no point. And I'm like, okay, if I'm actually going to get published and actually have a real book, I need to think of what I want to do. So I don't.
You know. Actually have dreams of getting published now?
Yeah. But for like a year and a half, I just didn't feel like writing because I was like, there's no point. I'm not gonna write an actual story. So if I'm not gonna, Yes, I just wasn't motivated.
You heard it here. Future published author, and I'm finding
I
out
knew
on
this.
live
I just want to say,
stream.
Big Sister Jasmine knew this.
So like if
You suck. I kind of figured eventually it would happen. Mother monkey see, monkey do. But
so yeah, if you guys don't feel like
I'll publish.
writing, yeah, you I agree. You shouldn't
10 years
write
from now?
because there's like no point because then you're just gonna have to delete it all because or you're gonna go off on a tangent or something. But yeah, I just
And your
forgot what else I
stories,
was gonna say.
your stories are good. Like if you don't end up finishing the trapdoor once we find it again.
I just so for the trapdoor, I just kind of got like stuck because I was like, I don't know, I was writing it half asleep, and then I was like, well, this is actually good.
I'm 6,000 words
But-
in, and if you don't finish writing it, I will.
But
I'm just saying.
yeah, but
The
then
girl
I was
got
like,
good stories already.
I got like really confused, and I was like, I don't even know where I'm gonna go with this story. And I was like, you know what? I actually had a dream of a really good story, the one I'm writing right now, and I was like, oh my god, this is so good. And it's kind of a little bit like Pretty Little Liars because I wanted that series to come back so much with another episode. I was just like, you know
Did
what?
you write a
I'm gonna
fan
make
fiction?
my own book. You know, might as well.
So, and I can actually ask you this question too. In your opinion, how big is social media presence? Like having your brand on social media?
I think it is really big because if you don't have your thing on social media, then like it's just gonna be like one of those because there's like a bunch of books out there on the market. It's just gonna be one of those books that's just out there that nobody really reads. And because if you put your stuff
Knows
on
about?
knows about if you put your stuff on social media, then people are more likely to go and look at it because they're like, oh, I actually want to pick up on reading. Maybe I should go check out that book I saw on Instagram or that book I saw on Twitter because it sounded interesting. Because if you don't do that, then your book most likely is going to get like a few people that buy it, but not as much as you would if you put your brand out there because then people will know about it. And if you don't, then people are like a few people will buy it because they'll stumble across it, but then not that many other people will because they won't know about it.
Well, and to your point, I had somebody on Twitter that I follow say, I'm looking for more books to read. If you have a book, tweet it to me. And I told him mine was coming out on, he was looking for high fantasy. Or just maybe it was fantasy in general. So I tweeted Christopher and I was like, well, mine will eventually become fantasy, but right now it's just paranormal romance. If you know if anybody's interested, it comes out February 9th. And he goes, I'm down with some paranormal romance too. Go ahead and send me the link.
Yeah.
So,
you just gotta
and
put yourself out there.
yeah. And then,
And if you have Twitter, I recommend making it your pinned tweet because that works because it's the first thing people see and it's the first thing. Or putting it in your bio.
just say, yeah, I have it in my bio. I need to do a pinned tweet, but
And you can also, I don't know.
Dana, you never told us what happened.
You can also
yeah,
do that,
I'm still waiting.
I have no idea what you're talking about, but you can also do that on Instagram. If you don't have Instagram, you should get it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know how Twitter is though because you can also put it in your bio.
Instagram is cool because like a lot of people do write-ins and stuff.
Live.
And you get to know them that way.
Mm-hmm.
But then like updates and stuff like that are really good. Short videos, which you can do on Twitter, but I feel like you have too much of a Twitter feed if you follow a lot of people that like some people get lost in it a lot sometimes.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, and then it's also
I honestly prefer Instagram and Facebook.
Instagram
myself.
is really nice because like if you have like something that you need to like have everybody know like right then or something that's really important about your book or something like lots of questions, and you can do like a live about it rather than just like posting. Like because I don't really know how Twitter is. So I
Well,
can't,
on
like,
Instagram and
them,
Twitter both, you can
but-
poll, you can do videos, you can.
I
like,
love
Instagram
Twitter
you
polls.
can add to your stories,
I love
or just put it on
Instagram
your
polls.
feed, so you choose how it happens.
Amber, do you have to work tonight?
No.
We should do a live stream at like 10 my time, so like 11 your time.
No.
Why?
Wait, you said
Because I want to sleep.
You said
No,
Oh yeah, that's a good idea. You should sleep. I'll just talk to your daughter.
Yeah.
Just like, I'll talk to you, but I don't know.
You said
We'll talk later.
10 your time, 11 our time.
Yeah.
It'd be 11 your time, 10 our
Yeah.
time.
You said it backwards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if all else fails and I want to write, I'll make Kira write with me.
Yeah, I was actually planning
I'll
on
still
writing
be
with you.
on with you. I just not past 9.
Dana, wait,
Because
no,
then I
Jen.
leave.
Person.
All right, so we'll stop with question 10 because it's an hour since we got on. In your opinion, how many edits should you do before you publish?
As many as she thinks it needs, but more than one.
Yeah, at least.
Like, don't, please, I beg you, please don't publish your first draft. Please don't. But besides that, as many as you think it needs. If you do a huge edit and get everything done in the first edit or the second edit, good for you. Or you take 85 edits. Good for you.
I do at least 4 edits on my own before I ever send it to betas. And then I do 2 edits from what the betas say. Because I implement everything the betas say, and then I'll do a full re-edit after that. And then sending it off to an editor. So I think totally I do anywhere from 9
4,
to
5,
12.
6. Yeah.
Oh, I have.
Again, total 9 to 12 different drafts. What?
I've been thinking of what I was gonna say for the 11th one, but you said we'd stop at 10.
Well, we can do 11 if you've been thinking about it.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
let's do that.
Okay. As of now, how many books do you think will be in your current series?
Okay.
I don't know. Let me check my book.
I didn't know Kira had a series going on.
Yeah,
She's still in the first
has-
one.
I knew. Haha.
Like my first
You
one.
talk to her more than me. I work.
I don't remember telling you that, Jazz. But anyway, so I feel like I'm gonna have like I'm gonna be crazy, but I'm gonna have like 10 in the series because like I like books with long series, and like I don't like how like I'll just like start reading a series and there's only 3, and then I'm like, well, I really want to keep reading though. But I feel like if I have 10.
What if there's like spin-off of that series? Like you could have a trilogy and then a spin-off of the trilogy and those
I have no idea what a trilogy.
3 books.
Oh, well, I don't know. Anyway, yeah, that my goal. Well, my goal is at least 5, but then because I'm thinking about not scratching what I already have, but like making that my second, like the second one, because I feel like I just jumped right into it, and I feel like my first one should be like more like introducing.
I technically,
my second one should be the one I'm writing.
I currently have 5 books underway, including Unalove. So 4 more books, and then this is how crazy. Like Jazz, you say you plan your life. I plan my book life for as many years as possible. I am probably under emphasizing. I have an Excel document. I have at least 65 novel titles with half of them characters already planned out for them. Like I don't even know the story, but I know the character enough that's the name of the book they're getting, and this is who they're gonna be with.
I might be remembering the song, but didn't you just have like a binder of like their names, their faces, what their hair, what they'd look like?
Yeah, I have my character Bible. It's still in the
Bible.
yes, series Bible, character Bible, whatever.
I think my series can go on until the day I die because it's just a victim series. People can be victims of anything. But for now, I have 5 books planned out, so I have until 2023 planned out if I publish a book a year.
I think Dana had something happen and then left because we lost a viewer after she said that.
Maybe.
We lost 2
Dana,
technically, but one was
died or something. That's sad, but that's my first instinct. I just always think someone like died.
Well, you know, last Friday before last, right as we started the stream, an apartment down the street caught fire. So at her place. So crap does happen. You know, life happens.
Oh my god.
So you never know. you know, I almost died twice in 1 week. I mean, stuff happens. Okay,
Yeah.
if you still hear what happened, girlfriend.
Yeah, like
Right.
you can't just say,
Oh,
"Oh,
you go on edge
you
like
guys,
this?
you guys have to know what just happened," and then not say anything. Like that's a cliffhanger. You can't leave me on a cliffhanger.
Exactly.
What do you
unless
think you
it's
do with me with
unless
your
it's in a
book?
book.
I know, but
Okay,
it's
unless
different.
it's in a
It's
book.
different with you.
It's different because I'm like, I don't know if it's good. I don't know if it's bad. I don't know anything.
I don't know about your safety. Like, spill the beans.
And I don't even know your location to come and kill somebody if I needed to.
And I don't even know who you are.
We don't know where the hit squad is.
That just
Oh,
like for
God.
some reason reminded me of Fast and Furious, where they get all their people together. It was like I don't know why. I just had like a flashback of Fast
Fast and the Furious.
Fast in the furries. Flurry.
Fast and Furious.
To be fair, I did just buy Fast and Furious 8, so it's in your head. After the stream, we're gonna watch Fast and Furious 8 because Kira has not seen it.
Nice.
I don't know.
Oh, the video started from the beginning.
Wait, what?
You left us hanging for that?
Ah! We know Dana has internet problems, computer problems, so
Yeah.
that honestly doesn't surprise me, but that's still funny.
Well, I didn't, but you guys did.
Well, I talk to Dana more than you do.
I don't even know who she is. No offense, Dana. I don't know who you are.
I'll show you a Friday video.
We love Dana.
Yeah.
And I want to get her to this right on because that's her catchphrase.
What fire? There was a fire?
Yeah. That's what I was saying. Not yesterday, but last Friday, there was a fire down the street from our house.
Oh. Ours or
So
hers?
she kind of freaked us out. She goes, guys, I'll be right back. I gotta call 911. And she just left. It's like, what? What?
That's like a life. I was about to say a life-threatening injury cliffhanger, but
Yeah. So like we're just waiting there going, I hope everything's okay.
assault brick.
Like looking around the camera going, okay, nothing's caught fire yet.
What's assault
Nothing's
brick?
falling.
Oh no, I had to break assault brick.
Oh, okay.
What's that? A brick made of salt?
A brick of salt.
You know, like the bricks you feed the horses? The vitamin bricks? Same thing.
Oh.
Just for salt.
Oh.
She has
Why?
animals.
Oh.
No, she just bought a brick of salt. I mean, she could have.
Yeah.
Dana's weird like us,
Maybe
like
you're
that
into
in
salt
country.
and
And
disliked licking it.
well, they do call them salt licks for a reason.
Salt sticks? No, Chala. She's biting my headphone cord.
My
and
country
that's
is
not
showing,
okay.
and hers is not.
What? Because I was born in the city.
Yes, I know.
Yeah, I know. Sad.
Yeah, see, her rabbits like the salt.
What does that have anything to do with
Rabbits.
fire? She was talking about fire, and then she had to say, I have to go break the salt brick. But then she heard about talking about 911.
Okay. You're like two
We're
conversations.
writers. Our brains jump 1,000 different ways. We can't keep a steady conversation.
But I'm a writer, so why am I not on that train?
Can I tell
I
you
don't know.
though, as excited as, and I don't know how Dana is with her book, but yeah, we have a Tala. She
tail.
has a Tala.
Oh,
Seeing my book, like actually getting to pull my book up on Amazon, my pre-sale, and tell somebody, yeah, it's right here, instead of just showing them the back cover of my phone last night, was a thrill I didn't think I would ever have.
I'm excited for pressing the button for it to go live. I just might cry. And you better let me do it or I'm going to come and strangle you.
Well, you're not doing it on my book. You can
No,
do it
on my
your
book.
Okay. And see, I don't know, because technically the pre-sale is up for the ebook, and all I have to do is press a button for the paperback to go live. But I don't know if I press that button if like it takes 24 hours or not. So I honestly might release the book a few hours earlier on that Friday, just in case it takes 24 hours. It'll just be a late Friday opening. I
Yeah, that
don't
would be
know.
nice to know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm gonna ask that question on Twitter and see if people know, and Facebook probably, but so I can know for sure. That is pink, and I have a cream comforter, sweetheart.
That's where I put it.
You put it right there.
Paula.
I didn't do it.
Haven't you ever just put a gnawing on a brick of salt before? No. No, I haven't. My cat's crying. Marley. Meow. Meow.
Oh wow, Dana has
Meow.
72 planned for paperback. You got more than
Whoa.
me. I do have more planned out. That's just all I have planned for this series.
Wait, you have 72 books.
Dana, I
She
have
has
a question.
72 book planned out.
Do you put it all in a Google Doc? I said it in a Google Doc and a Google Calendar and like plan it all out like I do, or do you
No,
just have
that's
them like
just
ready?
your weird life.
No, it's not. I put it on Twitter and people said, I think people said I was a psycho alien and nobody else did it. But there was like 20% people that were psycho like me. So there are some psycho aliens out there.
I think I would probably
about
plan my life as much as you do if I had a job I
Time.
could do that with.
Yeah.
No, it's not time. It's just that in the last 2 of the 5 years, excuse me,
Bless you.
that surprised me. In the last 2 of the 6 years I've been at my job, I don't know what's happening from 1 week or month to the next, so I can only plan for 72 hours. I thought you meant you had 72 plans.
Oh, 72 hours for... That's upsetting. I don't like that. I want it to be immediate.
That makes
I'm writing
sense
it down.
because it told me that I had to have everything uploaded and formatted and all that by the 5th. So that makes sense. I'm glad you told me that because I would have looked like a real big dumbass on next Saturday.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited for your book, but I need to hurry up and start writing, writing. Wow. Working, yesterday, so I can buy your book.
Wait, can I show
I don't know what is
thingies?
Yeah, you love me
you're
so much you
upset
remember my
about-
name.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I didn't know if she was talking about you or everybody or
Everybody. Okay, people, even if you don't care, watch. Okay.
yeah.
I got these stickers.
Oh, they're cute.
They say like hooray, hello, yes, bye, oh my god, nope.
OMG. What does TBS mean?
Yeah, does anybody know what TBC means?
I mean TBC.
TBC?
TB.
Yeah,
Yeah,
TBC.
TBC.
TB.
I'm assuming to be something.
To be sent.
Dude.
To be cheating.
To be cheap.
To be cheap.
To be continued.
To be continued.
No, no. I looked it up and it means to be confirmed. I was kind of close.
I like continued better.
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah, see, I'm like Dana. You only have you and your mom to plan around. I have.
No, I don't. That's
Yeah,
a
you
lie.
Okay, to an extent. I have my job and whether I'm in overtime from 1 week to the next. I have my mom's job and whether she's in overtime or not. And she's getting another job. So she's switching jobs. So I have to plan around that with this one and her gymnastic schedule. And the cooking and stuff doesn't happen because I go to work. So, and then streams and
Kira gets fed. Don't CPS, no, nothing. Kira is fed. She's a happy child. Amber's just not the one who cooks. You have to specify things.
I'm confused.
what? No, yeah.
Because you just said I don't cook.
I don't
because I'm at work.
I cook. I cooked the
Yeah,
pizza
so
last
you
night.
get
I
fed.
cooked the pasta the other night.
No, she was saying so nobody
Well, that's what
says
I'm
you don't
saying.
feed your child.
Oh.
Yeah.
I leave at 5, and you're usually at gym at 5.
Yeah.
So I don't cook.
But I
Mom
do get
comes-
fed.
Mom comes home and cooks, or
I cook.
you cook when Mom's home. So you do get fed.
No, actually, Mom and Nana surprisingly let me put a pizza in 30 minutes before she got home. I was really surprised.
That might be the first time in forever. Yeah, I like Dana's to be cool.
Yeah, I know. I saw that. Okay, this one says
like that.
make today amazing, or yeah. No, Charlotte.
Yeah, I found these at Walmart this morning when I got off work at
And it
5:30.
was 88
They're so
cents,
pretty.
and now it's 30 cents. Well, it was 30 cents before we bought it. What does it say?
No, they're 30 cents.
Create your own magic. Yeah, create your own magic. And then my personal favorite one, because I'm just weird. These are all my favorite colors except for gold. But I don't like this color, but I like rose gold. So these are technically all my favorite colors except for the binding. I don't like pink, but I'm just weird like that.
But this is her favorite color, even though she's allergic
Yeah.
to mint. She loves mint green.
And
Kind of looks
then,
like a blue on
like,
That's
there.
my favorite color too. You stealer.
And then there's
Yeah.
pink. Like it's like a pink binding.
But yeah, it's weird. It's a pink binding, but this is more of a peach color.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
I figured she'd like it.
That's pink, and then this
And then
is peach.
you can feel the bubbles or dots or whatever on here.
Yeah, and it's really cool. It's
So.
textured, and then
I got her a few things because
yeah.
I got like the tissue paper and some more envelope and
thank you
wrap
cards that are
so that
inspired
my
by
book
me.
doesn't end up like yours did coming through the mail. And a couple.
We have to do that for mine too.
Yeah, because I'll do
Clearly
the,
that's
we'll do the media mailers and stuff like that with yours too. So, see, people eat without cooking all the time. When I worked 12-hour shifts, if she didn't eat at my parents' house, then we ate fast food because we were never at home to cook.
Literally, like the kitchen was just like a place where we stored stuff because. So me and my mom both have this superstition, if that's what you want to call it. Anyway, whatever.
We have
Our
a closet
pantry-
that goes to hell.
Oh my god, yes. And then like I swear it's like exactly the size and height for somebody to slip in there. Like it'd be so easy. And then like I'm just afraid one of these days it's gonna be open just a little bit and I'm gonna see an eye. I'm just gonna freak out and I'm gonna run all the way to Antarctica and never come back. Yeah. So
Hey, you could run to Jazz right now and it'd be the same temperature.
yeah, I'll just run to Jazz. Hey guys, did you know it was actually colder? Well, where we were, it was our closest days, like 2 days ago or yesterday, like 2 or 3 days ago. It was colder here than it was in the North Pole.
No, actually, in North Dakota, it was colder than it was in Antarctica.
Well, it was colder
Here, it was just negative 10.
It was colder here than it was in the North Pole.
That's
what they said on the news.
That's great.
That's not the news lies.
I don't know. But yeah.
We're gonna wrap up. I think we've been on for like 84 years and have talked about writing for like 10 minutes. Oh, only an hour and a half. Okay, we didn't go on that much of a tangent.
No. You're fine. Me and Alina talked and wrote and went off on tangents for like 2 hours today, so you're good.
I don't know why I was like.
You woke up right at the beginning of the stream. It was like
I thought it was already halfway
I'm just
over,
gonna fall
and
asleep.
then like 2.5 hours later, I was like, "You done yet?" But then when she got done, she told me that they just started when I came in, and I was like, that kind of makes more sense. I was like, what were you guys talking for like 4 hours?
See, Kelton, in case you don't know, we're from the South, and so I understand that you don't understand the definition of cold because 32 is a rarity. Like, I'm from Alabama, and we lived in Texas when she was a baby. And,
Basically,
32 is you're bundled up in 2 coats, freezing. Here, I was walking around in shorts today. So
It's -5 degrees here.
the best years
it's
of
coming
your
your
life.
way. It was -5 2 days ago. Now it's 30. It was 42 out today.
When did you go to work?
When I ran to the car this morning.
Oh.
While you were still asleep. After I got out of the shower. While my hair was still wet. Like a dummy.
And then I heard you talking about your hair being wet, and I was like, you know what? I don't even care. I'm just going to go to sleep.
Yeah. So, do you have anything you want to promo?
No, but your book comes out on the 9th.
Well, I was gonna promote myself, but thank
I can promote you too.
you.
Her book comes out on the 9th, if you guys didn't know.
Yeah, so I've got to add the links to that because I didn't apparently put them in my last
Affleck.
I apparently didn't put them in my last live stream. But I am, as soon as I make the thumbnail for it, gonna have my video coming out tonight. That I talked about everything it cost me for this book and everything else. So that will have my website, or not my website, my email, or the Google form if you want to sign a copy for you to fill out. If you know me, you can just email me and say, hey, this is me, I want this many copies, and I will hang out to you or something. So either way, that comes out February 9th, which is a week from today. I'm super excited, and my video's out today. And for now, that's it. We're going to live stream off and on all day Saturday after Alina's chat. So I'm excited about
Sounds
that.
like a plan.
Yep. This girl's going to be with me and not be able to get rid of me all day.
Me?
Probably you too. You live here.
I do.
She lives with me. I don't know what you're talking about. She's
Yeah.
just visiting you.
I live
She
with
teleports
Jazz.
back and forth.
Oh, you have a question.
The paperback for pre-sale? Because I didn't see anything about pre-sale, so I'm gonna go with no. I haven't hit the book thingy yet to buy it pre-sale paperback. But I can do that if it works. This is the first time ever. I can join you on the 16th. Depends. You said 1. I'll have to work it around. I'm interviewing Tamara, but we can work it around that.
I can't wait. When is this? The 16th?
Yeah, my book comes out next Saturday, and then the Saturday after that, Dana's book comes out.
Oh,
And-
yeah, I can do that. Kidnap
and-
me too.
yeah.
I want to be kidnapped.
Which one comes out?
And then I also have Tamara's author indie spotlight on the 16th. So
Is it the one about the 12-year-old that's coming out?
no, that's something else. All right. So Dana's book's coming out 16th, mine on the 9th, and yeah, I will plan Tamara's around 1 p.m. Central so that we are there. So click on her name so you can make sure you're notified for her stuff and her book too, because she's our girl. And I don't think I have anything else.
And
make sure you hit the notification bell down below so that you see my video when it comes out in about an hour.
If YouTube wants to show you, of course.
Yeah.
And subscribe to me.
And me. Subscribe to me.
And mine and Jazz's links are down below. Jazz's website has been added, and I will add my book stuff as well.
A new blog post comes out the moment we get off of stream.
Yeah, and I told Alina I knew the question of the day, and then I didn't even put it up before I went to bed. So the question of the day is also going to be on Twitter at #JourneyToPublicationschat. So make sure you go check that out if you're a Twitter fan follower. We are there as well. So until next time, until I guess next weekend. I was gonna say until our next stream, but technically that's next weekend. Yeah, till our next Journey to Publications stream. We will see you guys later. Bye.
Bye.